Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about a close friend of yours. So this would be somebody that, I mean, it doesn't mean you have to have been friends since you were kids, but I do think this would be a person who has a pretty good pulse on what's been going on in your life lately, has known you probably at least for a year, but it's a close friend, somebody who you trust, somebody that has probably, heard about some ups and downs in your life, but they have a crush on you. This is someone who wants to be more than friends, but isn't sure if that's something that is in the cards, so to speak. Isn't sure if that's something that you would potentially be interested in. So I feel like they're trying to gauge whether or not they should say something. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Pagan. Hello, Nat Nat. Hello, Dana. What's going on? Hello, Ralph. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you are too, Rachel. Hello, Bestie Tiana. What's up? All right, we're going to start with the Santa Muerte. Let's see what's going on with this close friend who's got a little crush on you. I mean, let's be real. That card is a little bit more than saying they have a crush on you, okay? I get a little bit nervous about holding that up for you too because they, they clutch their pearls. But this is someone who's got a considerable physical attraction to you, but you look at them as a friend. Hello, Merritt. How are you doing? So we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. If I confess that I want to be more than friends, or if I pursue the lustful desires, am I risking the friendship that we have? Yeah, probably, right? Two of Pentacles is generally somebody who's like juggling, right? It speaks of balance. This is one of the few Two of Pentacles cards that I have where it seems much more romantic than normal. So it's no wonder that this was the tarot deck I got pulled to. But this is someone who feels like they need to make a choice whether or not they want to put that friendship at risk and confess that what they really would like to do is schedule in some naked time with you. Hello, Jim. How are you doing? Thank you. Oh, good luck with that, Key Controller. Be careful. All right, so we've got the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords, Star in the reverse, and Temperance in the reverse. Look, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think this is somebody that you're interested in. At least not long term. Do you think that they're attractive? There's a decent chance that you think this person's attractive. But I think you realize that there is some sort of block here. You've got a different view of how you want your life to be in 5 or 10 years, or they approach relationships in a way that you consider to be immature. There's something where it's like, I don't think that'll ever happen. Maybe one of you dated someone that you're friends with. I think the more likely thing is that you just feel this is not somebody that you would consider having a long-term relationship with. Thank you, Pagan. Let me write that down for you real quick. How does Aries think about me after my crush confession? I hope it went well. Does Aries think about me after crush confession? I've got that on the list. Thank you. And hello, Valtora. How are you doing? Hello, Admiring Penguin. Hello, I am. Y'all really gotta be talking about food right now. It's gonna make me all hungry and stuff. Aw. That's adorable, Pagan. Yeah, we definitely have someone who's thinking about making their own crush confession, but it's a crush that originates in the nether regions. This is somebody who is thinking about the potential physical intimacy. Moon in the reverse. Oh, they think about you at night. Isn't there a song, something about like what you close off? Oh gosh, what is that? I feel like it's from the 80s. Oh, that's not much to go off of, but this person pictures you without clothing. That much I know to be true. Ace of Pentacles, but if I were to actually make a move, if I were to actually, you know, go for what I want, then even if you said yes, it might ruin the friendship. This is what they're weighing. All right, so we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse, Two of Wands in the reverse, and the Five of Cups in the reverse. This person is about to be reckless. I feel it. It's just like too much for them to keep this contained. Six of Cups in the reverse. I think this person has had issues with commitment in the past. And that could be why you are not interested in seeing where anything would go with this person. You may already know that they think that you're pretty hot stuff. But with the Five of Cups in the reverse, this King of Cups is thinking, how do I get you to entertain the idea of being with me without regretting it? Like, could we just like watch that? What was the movie? Was it literally just called Friends with Benefits? We just like watch that movie and then like I look at you and you're like, They want to find some way to have these interactions, these physical interactions with you without it impacting the friendship. And oh, I'm sorry, will you figure that out? You probably have some people that would like to know because I don't think anybody's figured it out. That's my opinion. You all are welcome to your opinion. You know? Their tail is wagging. Yep. Ten of Swords in the reverse. I don't feel like there would be a way to repair the friendship. The friendship would be on the chopping block. High Priestess in the reverse. I know I shouldn't. I know it's wrong. I know that, you know, you're a good friend and I should just focus on that. But apparently that's difficult for them. They're very much so struggling to ignore that desire. No, not yet. It's too early. Hello, Zats. Hello, Mart. How we doing? Hello, James. Yeah, somebody's mind is in the gutter. We have the Hermit in the reverse. And the Magician. With the Seven of Swords. Huh. That's not a good idea. Whoever this is thinking, maybe I just need to make it seem like it's more emotional and not physical attraction that's taking over my being. I don't like this. This is someone who may be confessing a crush to you, but instead of making it about the physical attraction that is really motivating them, they feel like they need to alter the recipe a little bit, make it more so about, I feel like we could be really happy together, like long term. Because otherwise I don't get what I want. I don't like this person. Why are you friends with this person? Sorry. Ace of Wands, Four of Swords, and the reverse. Yeah, like we could just, you know, every once in a while, and it would be fun, right? I still need to find a way to do these readings where I don't have to, like, watch what I say for YouTube's sake. I need to look into Patreon. I don't know, man. This is like... Okay, I'm going to find a mature way to say this. A close friend of yours, this King of Cups, who I do feel like you've known for a while and does not have to be a man, right? This is going to be somebody who's coming through as the King of Cups because they're trying to present themselves as looking for an emotional connection. But the reality is, this is somebody who's very lustful. This is somebody who's thinking about physical connection. This is somebody who's hoping they can hit it and quit it, right? This is a person who feels like you are in a healing period. You are working on things after something hasn't gone well. And they feel like they can make it better for you. There's so many other ways to say that, but I'm just gonna, that's how I'm gonna say it. They feel like they can make this better. With what? Ace of Wands, naked time, horizontal mambo. Knowing each other biblically. Yeah, that's awfully arrogant. They're like, oh, you've had like a rough couple of months. You know what would make you feel better? Me. Oh, that's funny. I mean, look, you might disagree. You might be like, you know what, Carmen, that actually sounds great. Where do I sign up? But this is at the risk of losing a friend, somebody that you consider to be a close friend, who is thinking about manipulating you, and I don't really care for that. Not a little bit, not even a little bit at all. This is Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands. They're looking for the right moment and trying to tell you this won't have any negative outcome. This won't have any problems. We don't have to have any drama about it. Let's just be honest, okay? I just came out of a breakup or a relationship, or you know, don't really want to date yet, but you have needs. Oh man, this person, it's like they're watching VH1 video, like, you know, dating shows, like taking notes, like, okay, what do I say after that? Oh, that's a good one. I should do that too. Like, come on. I'm going to stress that this does not have to be a man, because I do feel like some of you would be surprised that there is a woman friend who would think like that. Sometimes we put people in that friend zone and we don't look at them as having that potential to see us differently, right? So I feel like you would be surprised at this person being like willing to put the emotional element as like an illusion or a mask for them to get what they want. Yeah. However, yeah, how are you doing? Sounds like capitalism. Stop it. Key controller. I can't handle it. Four of Wands in the reverse and Justice in the reverse. I don't like this person, okay? I'm just gonna say it. I just don't. Why are you friends with this person? This is somebody who's like, I've spent all of this time getting close to you. I've gotten to know you. Now you trust me. So if I tell you that I have like real feelings for you, you're probably gonna believe me. Backhand. Not encouraging violence, but that's what I'm seeing, okay? This is somebody who has had a little bit of a plot, a little bit of a plan, a strategy map. Okay, if I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this, then eventually, no clothes. Like, okay. I'm handsome too then, right? Yeah. You guys crack me up. This person, man, they really do feel like there's something about you that they can't find in others, specifically about what you look like. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this is about to get a little bit creepier. This is not for all of you, but for some of you, this King of Cups is particularly interested in you from a physical standpoint because you look like somebody who rejected them. Because you remind them of somebody that they want back. Because you are, like, you look like their celebrity crush. There's something here about you looking like somebody else. Oh gosh, that's such a great compliment. Thank you. Yeah, it makes me feel great. No, they're like, oh Lord. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you look like an ex of theirs or someone who rejected them. And that could be part of the reason it's like, I don't really want a relationship. maybe they're still hung up on this person from their past. Just maybe. Queen of Cups. Sun. Okay, hold on. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Sun, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. This person's not your friend. This person has invested in a way it's like they're almost like love bombing, but like measured love bombing. Like if I do, it's like I'm thinking about how loud your music can be in your car without getting pulled over for like a noise ordinance or whatever. This person is looking at it like that. Like if I go too far, the love bombing gets too much, then this person's gonna know what I'm doing. This person's gonna know that it's fake. So I'll do a little bit and get some, trust or some rapport built, established, right? And then I'll let them know that I'm interested in them. This is growing worse by the minute. I don't like it. They feel like they can get you. Ooh, actually, we want the graffiti tarot. This feels like someone who felt like they could win you over, become a real close friend, and like maybe they spotted you and saw that you look like their ex, and that's the whole reason they started to be friends with you. That's creepy. Hey, you look like someone I want to be friends with because you look like someone that I miss being naked with. Oh, Lord. Yes, a little bit of a headache, yes. Kara, that's hilarious. She just thought that's funny. She's talking about looking like someone else while I called her Emma Stone. Brilliant. Yep, that's just confirmation right there, don't you think? Hello, James. How's it going? Hello, Merida. Hello, Ruben. How's your day going? May this energy not find us. I agree. See? Yep. And there we are. Should I call you Dee Dee? All right, so we have, wow. Okay, what was the last card that I pulled from the Tarot of the Cat People? The Ten of Wands. What is the first card that I pulled from the Graffiti Tarot? The Ten of Wands. This is telling you it's time to back away from this person. Is there a shrub behind you where you can like Homer Simpson? Can you like Neo and like, you dive away and then the bullet, you miss it? This is not something you want to deal with. This is not someone you want to, I don't even think you should be friends with this person, much less like disrobe around them. Do not go and try on bathing suits with this person. Bathing suits, I don't like them. Why did I say it that way? I always say swimsuits. Is this person older? So we have the Six of Swords and the Five of Cups. I think you're going to find out something a little bit creepy. I think you're going to get some inkling that this is somebody who has been like kind of watching you or is a little bit too excited about your social media posts or has told someone else about you. Yeah, this is not somebody who actually wants to be a good friend to you or be honest about their intentions. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Wands, and Judgment in the reverse. This is like Spirit saying like, run away. It's time to take action. This is not somebody that you should be spending time with. So if you've already gotten some weirdness around this person where you're just kind of like, that doesn't seem like, very considerate or, maybe said something that was making you uncomfortable, don't minimize it. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Zats? Hello. We've got the Emperor in the reverse. Uh-oh. See, there's something that happens here. They say something, they do something, whether it's on social media or in person. I feel like they start to realize that they're losing the trust that they had worked so diligently to build with you. because they say something wrong, because you see something. Maybe you see that they have like taken pictures of you randomly. Maybe you see that they have like a framed picture of you. I don't know, man. This is something where you're like, oh, this is that the dude from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Oh. You're like, maybe it's time for me to reconsider whether this friendship is actually something that I should be involved in. Oh, cruising for a bruising key controller. Hello, 777. How are you doing? What up, Captain X? Oh no, was there judgment? Okay, so we've got Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I do think this is someone who does show their cards inadvertently, right? They accidentally say something, or you see their phone, or they tell someone, you know, about their plans with you. And this is a moment where you're able to see what this person's real intentions are. And I feel like the expectation is you need to be like, okay, well, this is where I see myself out. This is where I end the friendship, because it's clear that it was just kind of like a play acting, right? So we've got the Queen of Cups again. That's the card that can talk about friendship, right? Four of Cups and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Reject the friend. This is not a friend. This is like, yeah, we don't think that you should pursue anything with this person in a romantic or physical sense, but also like, why are you friends with them? I think this is gonna go poorly, and it's because you're supposed to see what this person's true intentions are. They're not as smooth as they think they are. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Moon. And the Page of Wands. See, the Page of Wands sometimes can be about somebody who is like taking a second measurement, you know, like, hey, I thought that this was something that I would consider, or this person was hoping that I would consider it. I've noticed that this person's maybe a little bit secretive or elusive. And when I take another look, or when I'm observant and I see the things around me or overhear something perhaps, I see what's really going on. So trust in your intuition. You are going to have the right perception on this person being a little bit devious or planning on being a bit deceptive, and having some interesting fixations on how you look like somebody. This is the Love Oracle. We have healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing, and apology. See, for some strange reason, I feel like you're getting an apology from someone other than this individual. Like, they know that you're healing from this other thing. So it just feels so, like, manipulative, you know? I feel like your defenses are a little bit down. You're dealing with this person that you need to forgive. And I'm, like, trying to be a good friend, but also, like, you know, we should cuddle. We should shower together. They're not really trying to be a good friend. Conflict, clashing, differences, and incompatibility. That was that Temperance in the reverse card that we had earlier on. You know this is not somebody that you would consider being in a long-term relationship with. There's just something here that is not, you know, not what you want. So there could be an argument This person doesn't like to, they don't like to lose when they've invested this much. And I do feel like they have had quite a bit of planning and quite a bit of effort that they had put into trying to get close to you in the first place. Hello, Belinda. Hello, Andre. How are you doing? Yes, safe and comfy cuddles. That seems totally valid. Hello, April. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Carrie? So we've got depth and one day. You know that you want to have a more meaningful relationship and that this is somebody who's not that. Maybe you struggle to have the type of intellectual conversations that you would like to have with somebody that you consider to be partner material. Maybe you just don't feel like this person really places the value on your connection that they should be. And you are more interested in making sure that you're ready for a healthy relationship with somebody who comes along the way than trying to see if this will work with this King of Cups. So with the hoping and expecting, I feel like this is somebody who was hoping you would get to that point where you're like, okay, I've healed, I've forgiven someone, I've let go. And then as soon as you decide I'm ready to go on a dating app, or I'm going on my first date, or I'm gonna, like, you know, put myself out there, then this person was gonna be like, pounce. I think you get a little heads up on it before anything really gets too crazy though. All right, this is the Burning Heart Love Oracle. Yes, I agree. That's funny. What else do we have? I underestimated how important you are in my life. See? You knew that this person wasn't necessarily appreciative of what you had to offer. You're worth more to me than I let on. Sorry. I'm on my way to you. Oh, okay. So this is not someone who wants to give up. Oh. And I hate seeing you with them. This is about the ex. This is someone who's been simultaneously trying to, like, lay a strong foundation with you, among laying other things, but has also been actively trying to find a way to get back with this ex that you look like, or actively talking about how, like with their friends, like how great it would be if they were with someone like you. I feel like there's just this, like, high school competitive, or like, look what I did kind of talking that is not very flattering for this person. I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere I go. They may be specifically putting themselves in places where they feel like they would be more likely to run into you. I'm telling you, this person is, like, they think about you from that lustful standpoint, but they don't really have this desire to be genuine or connect in an emotional sense. It's like, you're just really hot and you look like somebody I want. That's not worth a lot, you know? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that, Zats. So we have, I'm scared you will reject me, because you probably would. And I regret what I did to you. So this could be, I regret, you know, manipulating you, or I regret love bombing you for the express intention of how can I get to be friends with you, and kind of like trick you into thinking that everything is just about friendship when really my intentions are lust related. But the I regret what I did to you could be more complicated than that. This could be somebody who has been quite inappropriate in terms of how they talk about you. It could be kind of like the dude in Love Actually, where there's like, you know, the wedding video weirdness. This is someone who might have gotten a little bit creepy with it. I don't feel like I deserve you. And every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. Yeah, I do think that there's some fixation because you remind them of someone that they haven't been able to get over. I do think they still tried to get back with that individual as well. And I think that it's like if I could get with you, then that would be, you know, it would make me feel like I've let go of that other person. But you're not, like that's using people, right? That's beyond manipulation. I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. I feel like this is your energy. You're like, turns out this is not friendship. Turns out you are not who you say you are, or, you know, things have gotten a little bit uncomfortable. I think I really just need to have that time and space and focus on myself. You hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. Yeah. So I feel like this is going to be a friendship that probably does not last. And also probably does not cross over into the, you know, FWB territory. Because I don't think that that's what you're looking for. And I don't think that this person's going to manage their communications with you or manage like their cell phone the right way to avoid you from being able to pick up on that. All right, we're going to switch over to the personal readings. We've got Pagan. How does the Aries think about me after the crush confession? Unexpected change here. I feel like, okay, so this is odd. The way I'm looking at this is like an ice cream flavor that you try because they didn't have the one that you were looking for. You're just feeling adventurous. So you're like, okay, let's try this. And initially you're like, but you keep coming back to it. Kind of like the kombucha lady. You know what I mean? I feel like initially it was like, oh, I don't know. Actually, maybe yes. So there's been some ruminating, some, you know, maybe I looked at things in a different way initially. So there's like this genuine attempt to ponder. Is this a relationship I would consider? Is this somebody that I could potentially date? Six of Swords. There is a pretty good chance this is looking positive for you. Six of Swords and the Lovers. Yeah. So make sure you do not interrupt this thinking process, right? Because this is somebody getting to the point where they're like, actually, I think I'm attracted. I think I'm interested. I think this, yeah. let's check it out, you know? So that bodes well. Just be patient. Don't do any rushing, right? Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for the tip. Oh, you're so welcome, Rachel. Who is my next relationship and where will we meet? Let me get a different tarot deck for you. Next relationship for Stephanie. Who is the individual for the next relationship? Lovers in the reverse, 8 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Queen of Swords. This looks like somebody who initially you reject or they rejected you, or there was some miscommunication here. Maybe the timing was off, but now we have something that has changed. So this seems like the timing is better, or someone has a greater appreciation for, you know, what they're looking for, whether that's you or them. But this is someone who has gone through a significant change in their like career or their work life and is feeling much more confident about their ability to be happy in a relationship now that they've been able to balance some other things out. I do feel like there's a good chance this person is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And I do think that this is someone who in the past, or perhaps, you know, at the very beginning of you interacting, says something a little bit silly, a little bit foolish, or, you know, they're a little bit awkward. But they recover. So it might be one of those things where initially you're kind of like, who's this clown? And then they recover. And then they get like kind of funny. You know what I mean? All right. And then the second part of that was, where will we meet? Where will Stephanie meet this air sign? Why do I feel like it's in the parking lot of a coffee shop, or like an awkward situation, like an elevator not working? This Five of Pentacles, it's like I'm irritated or I'm put out. This is like not a situation that I wanted to be in. Maybe it's even like waiting for a store to open up, right? But I feel like you get chatty with a person while putting up with some BS. You know, like I've been shipping candles, right? And one day I showed up and literally there was one person in line ahead of me and I was like, this is brilliant. I love this. And then the next time I came back, it was easily like a 25-minute wait and like 18 people in front of me. It's a situation like that, you know, like I didn't really want to hang out that long, but you might end up having a nice conversation with someone when you're doing something kind of, I don't know, banal, like something kind of silly, like an errand, right? Ooh, hello, Nat Nat. Thank you for the tip. Let's see what we've got for you on that. Is the past person who's coming back around David or Antonio, and what are the intentions? Is the past person who's coming back around David? No. Is the past person coming back around Antonio? No. So it must be someone else. How would not know? This is someone who may have been, like, you may have seen this person as not very career oriented or not the best at following through on promises or commitments, obligations, things like that. So we have justice. Is this somebody who cares, like may work with or have kind of like a new perspective on life because of something that happened that's rather dramatic? I feel like this is someone close to this individual that something unfair happened to. This could be someone who passed away. This could be somebody who lost a lot of money. This person who's coming back around has felt a little demoralized because of some of the things that have happened around them and to them. Their intentions, they see you as the Empress, Hanged Cat in the reverse, and Eight of Swords. They want to change your mind. But I don't know. This Eight of Swords makes me a little bit nervous. Like, are they going to be honest? Knight of Swords in the reverse. I still feel like this person coming back around is trying to look their best and not show you, you know, exactly what you're dealing with or who they really are. So, medium. Hello, Tyler. How are you doing? Hello, Apurva. Ah, yes, I see that. And then, Pagan, when can I expect to see her? Apurva, could you please put your questions in the super chat? It would make it so much easier for me, please. It's just harder for me to dig through the comments and make sure that I got it. My question, animals, current thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Let's see what we've got for you. We're going to go with the Beginner's Tarot. What are animals' thoughts, feelings, and intentions? Right? Yes. For thoughts, wow, the number 10 is important. We have two 10s. 10 of Swords in the reverse and 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who's feeling like it's like they had the advantage in a situation, but now they feel like they wasted it. Now, animal feels stuck. Feels like there's no way to really like move forward. Feelings? 8 of Wands. Pressure to change. There's that Justice in the reverse. Yeah. This is someone who's distancing themselves from their feelings because the feelings are, I messed this up, or I'm stuck, or I can't figure out how to improve the situation. And intentions, we have the 3 of Swords, King of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Not good intentions. That is betrayal, heartbreak, dishonesty, manipulation, probably some insecurity feeding into that. But this is someone who would be demanding. I don't feel that this is somebody who has really done justice to their healing. So things are still very raw for this person. And I feel like they're very reactionary. So angry would be an answer for a lot of that. I think they need to calm down. I don't know. It's like their perception of everyone has been altered by someone in particular, by those person's actions. All right, let's see what we've got for Pagan. We've got, when can I expect to see the Aries? When can Pagan expect to see the Aries? You're welcome, Apurva. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like there's initially some expectation I'm going to see this person, and then it gets rescheduled. So anticipate a delay. This is something unexpected that happens. This is not somebody trying to like flake out on you. There is actually like, you know, family emergency or work problem. But I do feel like there's going to be an obvious effort made to make this like connection happen. So when I would say feels like within like 3 weeks. We got the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like it's about 3 weeks or 3 days, but I feel like there's something here that happens that causes a problem and there's a delay. So don't worry. This isn't because somebody is not interested. There's just like, you know, sometimes life gets a little bit chaotic and you got to accommodate for whether or not that impacts somebody's availability, you know? All right, let me get a few for Dana. We've got the current energy with Vaughn and Dana. What is the current energy with Vaughn and Dana, please? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. High Priestess in the reverse. It feels like both of you are keeping a little bit to yourself or not really sharing what you're feeling. With the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, this is instability or, you know, feeling like things are unsettled. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I do think that you're picking up on some frustration or like irritation. Six of Pentacles, Empress in the reverse. Six of Cups in the reverse. So 2 6s. Yeah. This is somebody who's struggling to tap into that emotional or loving side. So I feel like right now it's really just like, what can you do for me? And if that's not what I want, then I'm not going to be interested. So the thoughts seem to turn on your side towards, you know, is this equitable? Is this somebody who's just like, you know, wasting my time? There's, I think, introspection on both sides pertaining to whether or not there's something that can fix this or like improve upon this. But also I continue to pick up on very like independent energy from Bond, where it's like I'm in my own world. I don't really know what else is going on out there, and that's okay with me. So trying, I think kind of like a Four of Cups, right? Like trying to be on their own in a way. I'm so sorry you went through that, Dana. I'm sending you protective energy. And I just want to say I'm very appreciative of all of you for being, I mean, probably shouldn't say all of you, but for those of you, and there's a lot of you that do it, those of you that are kind and considerate and check in on each other, that makes a world of difference. So thank you for doing that. Sending some healing energy out there. It sounds like we've got people that are going through a little bit of a rough time, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. If you're able to hype the video, I appreciate that as well. And I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.